Were you aware that King Vindric played an instrument called the theremin? No? Of course you didn't know that. I made it up. But you wouldn't know that because you don't read the item descriptions. And neither did I. But now I do. Welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin item description run, where I read item descriptions while playing through the game. Today our journey takes us to the wonderful, luxurious Iron Keep. But in order to get there, we'll have to traverse areas such as Huntsman's Copse, Harvest Valley, and Earthen Peak. Lovely. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Now let's get into the video. I'm running a pyromancy build, so the first thing I want to do is go save the stone pyromancy lady. Sorry, forgot her name, can't remember. And then upgrade my pyromancy flame. She also has 3 pyromancy seeds, so we're going to save her, we're going to read some items, and then we're going to be on our way. Flame Quartz Ring. A ring bestowed upon students of a certain standard at the Melfian Magic Academy. Its fire-based quartz increases fire defense. There are rumors that Pyromancer Glocken has made a hefty profit selling these replicas. Now we have Thunder Quartz Ring. A ring bestowed upon students of a certain standard at the Melfian Magic Academy. Its lightning quartz increases lightning defense. Pyromancer Glocken crafted so many of these replicas that they became widespread, such that his fellow magicians harshly scolded him for undermining lessons gained from harsh training. Now we have Dark Quartz Ring. A ring bestowed upon students of a certain standard at the Melfian Magic Academy. Its dark infused quartz increases dark defense. Pyromancer Glocken was criticized for crafting these replicas, but it is well known that they have saved the life of many a traveler. Small Blue Burr. A small blue burr temporarily boosts magic defense. These burrs bloom magnificently on a shrub every few years, their color and effect determined by soil quality and recent weather. Known to have been used in rituals long ago. A small yellow burr temporarily boosts lightning defense. And then the small orange burr temporarily boosts fire defense. Okay, those all say similar things. Fire Orb. A stronger form of fireball. Creates a fireball that is hurled at foes. Also inflicts damage to foes near point of contact. The power of pyromancies is influenced by one's pyromancy flame, which can be strengthened through reinforcement. Combustion. An elementary spell for new pyromancers. Releases flame in front of caster. The simplest pyromancy of all, but surprisingly effective. Absolutely it is. Poison Mist. A fringe pyromancy of unknown origin. Creates a cloud of poison mist. This spell contradicts the very principles of pyromancy, suggesting that its creator had a heretical streak. Flash Sweat, a pyromancy that internalizes the power of flame. Sweat profusely, reducing fire damage. That's not how that works, but okay. Most useful when facing other flame manipulating pyromancers. Just don't take the looks you get personally. Iron Flesh, a pyromancy that internalizes the power of flame. Turns the body into iron, increasing defense and resistance. As one might guess, the rock-solid flesh enabled by this spell dramatically slows movement, guaranteed to cause trouble if used at an inopportune moment. I used this in Dark Souls 1 for a few encounters, and it was pretty fun. I used this against Lautrec and his crew, and they had a hard time getting through me. But for the most part, this spell is kind of, I don't know, not that great. Channeler's Trident. A trident wielded by an old sorcerer. The tip is sharpened so smoothly that it suggests a degree of madness. Use strong attack to perform a power channeling dance, the madness of which boosts the morale of nearby allies. Titanite Chunk. Titanite Chunk used to reinforce equipment. Reinforces equipment up to +9. Titanite was discovered in an ancient layer of earth and is said to be a gift of the gods. There are said to be only a scarce few Titanite chunks in the world. Now we have Dark Knight Stone, an altered state of Titanite. Used to imbue weapons with dark, or to provide dark reduction to shields. Sorcerers at the Melfian Magic Academy once attempted to imbue Titanite with various elements, but are said to have failed. Someone must have succeeded though. What else would explain this stone? Awestone. A stone that is terribly heavy for its size. Offer it to the Victor's Stone to strengthen the bond with your covenant. The Victor's Stone thirsts for the souls of fallen warriors, condensed within Awestones. As if they were once part of the same whole. Alright, go ahead and rob me of my souls, move the path. Then she pretends it's some holy magic. I know better. We'll take care of her at a later point. Rouge Water. Crimson water of unknown origin. Restores HP and spell uses. Though known to some as red holy water, not everyone acknowledges its holy status. Hey buddy, am I up to your liking?
The dark stirs.
Okay, so this guy likes me. Chaos Rapier. Rapier of darkness and chaos. Once, a brilliant young sorcerer cast away his earthly desires, devoting himself entirely to the dark that bewitched him. Nebulous, inky, and serene, the dark holds an allure matched only by the fear it strikes in men's hearts. Could it be nature holding a mirror to mankind? Now we have Archdrake Staff. Staff of members of the Archdrake sect of Lindelt, a catalyst for sorceries and hexes. In Lindelt, known for its clerics and their miracles, sorcery is believed to be a profane practice. But as with anything, such beliefs are part faith and part front. And this staff was born of that hypocrisy. Archdrake Chime. A sacred chime used by members of the Archdrake sect of Lindelt. A catalyst for miracles and hexes. The land of Lindelt is governed by stringent laws, and those who dare defy them are punished without mercy. It is often the sinful who seek piety, spurred only by a selfish desire for salvation. Chaos Shield. Shield of darkness and chaos. Once, a brilliant young sorcerer cast away his earth. Okay, it says the same thing. So Chaos Shield says the same thing as the Chaos Rapier, other than the Shield of darkness and chaos. Ring of Life Protection. Divine ring that watches over one's life. Created by the students of Ivory Roans, Sage of Lindelt. Its great protective power will protect you from any loss upon death, but after its power is spent, the ring will break. Magic Barrier. A miracle encasing the body in a magic barrier. Increases resistance to magic, lightning, fire, and dark. This miracle is said to shield its caster with the Rock's armor, and was common amongst the Wizard Knights of Mira. The Rock, the Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Dark Orb. A hex modified from an old sorcery by Galea, the father of hexing. Fires a heavy orb of darkness. Dark Weapon. Falcon the Outcast applied his art to transform magic weapon into a hex. Adds dark damage to the type of damage the weapon already inflicts. Those who choose the path of dark are admonished by all manner of sorcerers, but this does not stop the curious from being drawn to this strangely alluring craft. Resonant Soul. A hex that distorts the power of life. Emits a dark mass at the cost of souls. Can be used even without souls, but at greatly reduced strength. Great Resonant Soul. A hex that distorts the power of life. Emits a large mass of dark at the cost of souls. So it's the same thing except better. Resonant Flesh. A hex developed independently by Outcast Falcon. Transforms a certain number of souls into HP over a period of time. Something gained, something lost. Resonant Weapon. A hex developed independently by Outcast Falcon. Transforms a certain number of souls into attack power over a period of time. That's interesting. So that guy won't talk to you unless your stats are at a certain point. And he'll actually give you equipment if you have 20 in each stat. And when I said, sorry, each stats, I mean intelligence and faith. All right, let's head out. It's time to complete the level. Wow, I stepped 1 foot and I already have to read an item. Okay, let's get out of the way. Prisoner's Gloves. Rags worn by imprisoned hollows. This appears to have been worn on the arms. Judging by its looks and apparent virtues, this really is no more than a tattered scrap of cloth. It still carries the stench of a hollow. Yeah, see, this is what I really like. Look at the birds and the trees. This area just looks awesome. I love this part. You can bust these open to get some more light in here. Thief Dagger. Dagger with a crooked tip. A common accessory of thieves, shoddily crafted and without much bite. Bandit's Knife. A knife with a slightly broad single edge. Its tip is shaped to leave a wound that won't easily close. Designed for unsavory work and beloved by those of unsavory ilk. Well, that's a scary face to see that close. Hey there, buddy. And there's that guy. Our good old friend Forlorn. Come near me. I dare you. Okay, that doesn't do very much. You know what, though? It's a good defense. Yeah, don't come near me, bitch. I'm just wasting them all. Doesn't matter. We know I'm going to murder him with the sword. Yeah, he's not prepped for that. It's pretty good damage to me, though. I'll get a little R2 stab on him. Yeah, that's what happens. Soul Spear, sorcery that fires souls shaped into a spear. Pierces enemies, causing heavy damage. This spell was said to have been devised by a master sorcerer, but his name is long forgotten. Merciless Rowena. Let's see how merciless you feel when I do this. Yeah, I want some mercy? You're not even gonna get to hit me. This weapon's too strong. Longsword broken. Undead Lockaway Key. Key to the prison in the Huntsman's Copse. The undead hunts during the reign of the Old Iron King took place in this forest, and the cells in which the undead were held still stand there to this day. However, the march of time has eroded away any difference between the captors and the captives. Flamberg, a great sword with an undulating blade. This unique shape is designed to pare the flesh, and is highly effective at causing bleeding. Flamberg literally means flame blade, but it also seems to bear a certain creature's likeness. Okay, I'm gonna free Strayed now. Alright, so Strayed here has some items. Hood of the Forlorn. Hood of the Forlorn, who wander the land of the undead. Born of Aldia's obsession with the first sin, the Forlorn lost both their corporeal form and a world to call their own. Now they drift into other worlds, ever in search of a home. But without self, one has neither beginning nor end, and so the Forlorn have only to wander. He also has Ring of Knowledge. A ring blessed by the High Priest of Volgan increases intelligence. The clerics of the great city of Volgan are perennially entrenched in scandalous power struggles, but among them remain a few strong-willed, upstanding noblemen. Lingering Dragoncrest Ring. A ring used long, long ago in a land that existed where Dreng Lake does now. Extends length of a spell effect. The ancient dragons were once worshipped in several nations, and rumors concerning objects of similar enchantment to this uncommon ring abound in many lands, though their origins are no longer verifiable. Agape Ring. A ring affixed with an open vessel. The vessel insatiably absorbs souls in place of its wearer, who is left unaware even of their collection. All things are rooted in souls, but what drives our thirst for them? Abstinence from this elixir may be the truest homage to an enduring self. Homing Soul Arrow. One of the sorceries devised by Strayed, the great mage of ancient Olephus. Fires soul arrows that follow their targets to the end of the earth. Strong magic shield. Imbues offhand shield with magic. Reinforced shield to absorb additional damage. Certain members of the Melfian Magic Academy scoff at these types of magic. The purists in particular are disdainful of anything vaguely linked to sword fighting. Nerds. Cast Light. A sorcery that dates farther back than recollection. Creates a light that illuminates one's surroundings. Light banishes dark and reveals all. Whether this is desired is another matter. Unveil. A miracle that senses traitors. Reveals the location of the nearest enemy or invading dark spirit. Those who serve the Lindelt Monastery willfully adhere to strict commandments. This miracle was created to castigate those who ignore the righteous teachings. Flame Swath. One of the pyromancies devised by Strayed, the great mage of ancient Olephus. Great flames envelop and immolate faraway foes. Strayed, always immersed in magic, never accepted an apprentice. As a result, much of his extensive knowledge is permanently lost. Dark Hail. A hex modified from an old sorcery by Galea the Hexer. Fires several orbs of darkness. Hexing is rooted in both sorcery and miracles, but is viewed as a perilous affront to all life and banned in most lands. Dark Fog. A hex that releases a temporary localized mist. Those who breathe in the mist are instantly assailed by poison. This hex is regarded as a poison due to the outward symptoms, but in fact, the mist eats away at the target's inner essence. Just the traits that led to the prohibition of hexing. Affinity. An advanced hex based on an ancient sorcery. Creates a dark mass that seems to pursue its targets with a will of its own. Appears to be a manifestation of an emotion. Perhaps of hate. Perhaps of love. Okay, so I'm going to read these boss weapons and we'll come back here periodically to read them as we get souls for them. Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword. Ultra Greatsword of the Pursuer. Known as the mightiest of the straight swords, it demands great strength and dexterity of its wielder. The Pursuer hunts down those branded by the curse, as if each undead soul that he claims will atone one of his sins. Now we have the Warped Sword. A curved sword forged from the soul of the Flexile Sentry. Once straight, but later twisted to reflect its warped owner. The Sentry crammed inmates of the overflowing Bastille into a rickety ship and cast them out to the open sea. The majority of them drowned or starved, but a few hardy survivors made land to the south and imparted their knowledge of sorcery to the people there. Arced Sword. A curved greatsword forged from the soul of the flexile century. There's something unsettling and at the same time beautiful about its long curved blade, and then the rest says the same thing as the warped sword. Giant Stone Axe. Great axe forged from the last giant's soul. This weapon resembles a primitive stone tool, but is quite powerful owing to its immense size. King Vendrick disappeared as of the war with the giants reached its ferocious peak, leaving his castle. Do you notice that the words go off to the side of the page? What's happening there? Some swear that upon hearing the news, the queen's face remained as still as her portrait. Barbed Club. A club forged from the soul of the flexile century. The spikes covering its length are as vile as the century itself. The century crammed inmates of the overflowing Bastille into... Okay, it says the same thing. Okay, so there's 3 weapons for the flexile century. That's crazy. Gargoyle Bident. A 2-pronged spear that imitates a weapon mentioned in an ancient text. Gargoyles are said to guard castles and forts from ill fortune, and they have appeared in many forms in all the great lands throughout history. Some of them are so meticulously crafted that they look as if they might come to life. Haha, very funny. Screw the gargoyles in this game. Dragon Rider's Halberd. Halberd of the Dragon Riders, King Vendrick's Royal Guard. A highly versatile weapon that can slash, sweep, and thrust when wielded nimbly, and is also imbued with magic. Demands great skill of its wielder, and thus serve to test the worthiness of those who aspire to join the Dragon Riders. Dragon Rider Twin Blade. Twin Blade of the Dragon Riders, King Vendrick's Royal Guard. Twin blades are wielded with an unusual technique. This one strikes hard but is very heavy. Dragon Rider Bow. Bow wielded by the Dragon Riders, King Vendrick's Royal Guard. Merely drawing this bow requires inhuman strength, but each shot has deadly potential. Pursuer's Great Shield. Great Shield of the Pursuer. For those who can handle the weight of this shield, it offers resistance to curses. The Pursuer hunts down, blah blah blah, says the same thing there. Dragon Rider Great Shield. Great Shield of the Dragon Riders, King Vendrick's Royal Guard. The rank of the Dragon Rider was reserved for the honorable warriors who helped found Drangleic. Together with the king, they crushed its former inhabitants and erected a magnificent kingdom upon their graves. And then finally, Heavy Homing Soul Arrow. One of the sorceries devised by Strayed, the great mage of ancient Olifis. Fires thick, powerful soul arrows that seek their targets to the ends of the earth. Alright. Lots of reading. He's pissed that we didn't buy anything. I don't care. We're going to use up these souls now and profit. Then we're going to go level up, and then we're going to take on the Chariot. Here we go. So I'm just going to sprint up. Probably about right here. Let's see if we get the 100%. We do not. But that's okay. Because it did enough blocking for us. Yeah, see? A big problem. They are assholes. I'm probably just going to wait here until the next round. I'm not going to two-hand my weapon in here because that was a mistake. I could have died right there. Alright. So the next one's on the right side, if I remember correctly. Whoa! Okay. Chariot's kind of our bro during this fight. Should be right here. Nice. Doing the Lord's work for us. Come back here. Yeah, it's not 100% block, but it will suffice for sure. Okay. Now I'm going to put the shield up because it's kind of just it's useless at this point. Let him come through. Do this. No more skeletons. At this point, we're pretty home free, but obviously it's not guaranteed. I'm gonna try to do combustion. It's not bad. I'm not going crazy over the damage here. I'd probably be better off just using the sword, but it's nice to do some pyromancy. Alright. I'll use the sword. It's way better. Look at that damage. It's way better damage. If I do a right trigger, it's kind of over. Let's do it. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. Okay, you are just right up on me. I'm trapped. I was trapped. This is a little scary. Let's drink. Like, double drink. There we go. We're back in it. And it's over. Nice. I hate that boss. Okay, so we have a boss soul. Executioner's Chariot soul. Soul of the Executioner's Chariot that holds control over the undead purgatory. The chariot was created only to torment undead, and it took the form of a horrendous mad steed, a window into the soul of its master. Chariot Lance. Lance forged from the soul of the Executioner's Chariot. Its cross-shaped blade causes bleeding. The perverse design of this spear mirrors the chariot from which it came, a merciless creation that endlessly tortured the undead. Shield Crossbow. Crossbow created from the soul of the Executioner's Chariot. Iron plate serves as a shield while firing. The merciless chariot inflicted agony upon others with utter impunity, and the crossbow created from its soul strives to protect from possible retribution. Alright, so we're caught up. Screw you, Strayed. Bye. See you later. Yeah, I hate this part. Okay. Oh, we're good. We're good. I got it. Ferrous Lockstone and Token of Fidelity. Token of Fidelity. Token recognizing that the owner has traveled worlds to help others. When in other worlds, it can also be used to restore the master of the world's HP, but this is only a secondary effect of the item. Simply carrying these tokens shows the depth of the holder's fidelity. Go down here. Deal with the giant creature. I'm poisoned, I don't care. He's dead. Ricard's Rapier, an exquisitely decorated rapier, said to belong to a prince who appears in ancient tale. There are numerous variations of the story of the prince who wandered the lands and eventually became undead. The majority of these tales end in tragedy, but there are some exceptions. So what are they trying to say, that he might be alive? Lacerating Arrow. Arrows that cause bleeding, tipped with finely sharpened arrowheads. Bleeding foes' max HP is lowered. Alright, I've summoned Creighton, and we're moving on. Alright, buddy. We're going in. Let's try a fire orb out. Okay, it's alright. Yeah, I'm better off with the sword for now. Okay, you guys are being pretty rude. Hey, Creighton? Not the Skelly boys. The Rolly Wheel Skelly boys. Yeah, they're not that bad. I mean, they're annoying. They're nothing like the originals. Get off me. I'm looting during the boss fight. I use boss fight loosely. It's just a battle royale. How have we not killed this guy? Prepare to combust. And again. Trying to incorporate some of this other stuff. Make it more interesting instead of just swing, swing. Hey! Oh my god, there's still plenty here. See, this is why you summon Bashful Ray as well. Because you could summon him and then they just take care of the fight for you. Instead of me having to get my hands dirty. Not that this is a hard fight. I'm being really careless right now, if you haven't noticed. That's because this fight really is, it's not that special. Creighton, do something, man. Make me do all the work. Alright, last one. I refuse to fight this one. Creighton? Good boy. Alright, and it's done. Stop looking at me like that. Get out of my face. Goodbye. Look at these pile of bodies. Insane. Shrek looking ass. Roaring Halberd. Halberd forged from the soul of a skeleton lord. Imbued with the power of dark. The unsettling skull carved into this halberd recalls the final moments of the skeleton lord from whom it was created. Shut up. Skeleton Lord's soul. Soul of a skeleton lord who reigned from deep within the Huntsman's Copse. The old Iron King commanded the capture of all undead, but those charged with the task were overcome by the curse. They became the thing they hate. Okay, so Miss Rockhaver over here has some items, so we're going to read those. First up, we have Bonfire Ascetic. Tossing this into a bonfire strengthens nearby foes. Once the bonfire ascetic is devoured by the flames, its effects can never be reversed. Be prepared before using this perilous ember. Fire exhibits a connection to the curse, and when the flames grow stronger, so does the curse. Soul Appease. One of the lost miracles preserved only in the undead crypt. Inflicts heavy damage on mindless hollows, but has no effect on anything else. The undead crypt is a place of rest for the living. Those affected by the curse can only pray to one day gain entrance. Dead Again. Hex that casts a dark flame upon corpses, causing them to combust violently. Hexes such as these that tamper with life itself are particularly abhorred. You hear that? That's the sound of you being a bitch. I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself. Raw Stone, an altered state of Titanite, changes weapon class to raw, cannot be used on shields. This unusually hard Titanite raises a weapon's physical attack power, but lowers strength and dexterity bonuses. Notched Whip, a whip covered in spikes, shreds skin and causes bleeding. I gotta say, as much as I don't like this area, that is one hell of a sight. Okay, wait a second. That worked. I failed correctly. Hailstone, an altered state of Titanite, used on a weapon or shield to undo all imbued powers. This does not revert reinforcement, but undoes imbued powers such as magic, fire, and poison. Dragon Charm, a blessed charm. Cures poison and greatly restores HP. A rare and ancient charm that is said to be endowed with the power of dragons. It is not clear whether it is a man-made creation or of some other nature. Washing Pole, a katana of unknown origin. Crafted with a peculiar yet refined technique. The extremely long blade allows for strikes from great distance, but its construction makes it extremely fragile. Chameleon, a sorcery that dates farther back than recollection. Allows you to blend into your surroundings. Those who fear the unseen are cowards. Those who never doubt their eyes are fools. Poison Stone, an altered state of Titanite, used to imbue weapons with poison, or to provide poison reduction to shields. Alright, I will be using that stone on another longsword eventually. Alright, one more thing here and we're done. Oh, hey. Didn't know there was going to be a guy there, to be honest. Poison Bite Ring, one of several bite rings, known for their peculiar design. Increases poison resistance. The similar, oddly disturbing design of these rings suggests a common source. Whoever the master craftsman was, he clearly knew his trade. This boss is so easy. This is the easiest boss in the game. In my opinion. I don't even know why I'm using Pyromancy. It's just not as good as just slashing him. It's like insanely better. Watch me die. Ew, he's ugly. I mean, I knew he was ugly, but damn. He reminds me of like a creature from Evolution. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but that's a wild movie you should definitely watch. That is, it's really funny, but it's also just like crazy. Like you just don't expect a movie like that. Okay, so we have the Covetous Demon Soul. And we made it to Earthen Peak. Bone Scythe. Scythe forged from the soul of the Covetous demon. The curved spine of the Covetous demon is as hard as rock, and rather than slicing through flesh, this weapon seems to grind it apart. That thing that ended up as a monstrous fiend, what was it to begin with? And why did it never leave the queen? Perhaps it was entranced by some perversion of love. Covetous demon soul. Soul of the covetous demon that devours all things. Eating is an expression of desire. There once was a man whose deep affections were unrequited. He transformed himself into the covetous demon, which only made him lonelier than before. Move on with your life, people. Oh man, I'm green now. Alright, that guy's dead. Good for him. Grave Warden cuffs. We got something to read. But I gotta make sure I'm safe. So aren't the Grave Wardens from the Undead Crypt? I guess we're about to read about it. But I'm like, what are they doing here? Grave Warden cuffs. Cuffs worn by Wardens of the Crypt. The Wardens of the Crypt watch over the slumbering dead, making sure they are not awoken. Be they king or peasant, wise or dull, rich or poor, the Wardens treat them with the same care. Yes, but what are they doing here? Because this is not the Undead Crypt. Mannequin boots. Boots of the mannequins of Harvest Valley. The peculiar art of puppetry is a vestige of the two lost lands. A queen breathed life into these dolls with the very miasma that afflicted her poison-drenched bosom, so that she would have slaves to serve her temperamental will. Yo, shout out to the word bosom. Alright, come out with your hands up. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you doing that for me. Pike. A spear with an extended pole. Offers a very long reach even for a spear, allowing for attacks from safer distances. Traditionally a weapon of regimental rather than single combat due to its unwieldiness. However, if you can manage to effectively step around an opponent, they will hardly have a chance to hit back. Okay, so we're burning this. If you don't know, you really want to burn that, because the boss room has a crap ton of poison, and you want to get rid of that poison or you're going to have a bad time. Not impossible, but a time that probably won't be super good. Mannequin Mask. Mask of the mannequins of Harvest Valley. A fickle queen gave them life and tore off their faces. How else could she forgive those who dare to gaze upon her? Okay, sorry for the weird reading, but I've panicked. I'm not gonna lie. Magic Stone. An altered state of Titanite. Used on weapon to convert wielder's intelligence into attack. Cannot be used on shields. Oh, okay, we just took our shirt off, showed our bodacious bod. My bad. Oh, that's not the right outfit. Doesn't matter. I don't know, it's kind of cool. We'll wear this for now. Crimson Water. Crimson Water of unknown origin. Greatly restores HP and spell uses. Those who have experienced the powerful effect of these dimly lucent red water care not that its very origins are completely unknown. This guy's just having a nice time. Not anymore. Oh, okay. Claws. A weapon that attaches to the hands. The wearer attacks in a scratching motion with these three-pronged claws. Claws inflict deep wounds and cause bleeding. Wolverine style. Thief Mask. A full face mask. Called a thief mask since most people wearing them are up to no good. Not terribly effective as armor. Black leather armor. Armor dyed black. Allows the wearer to blend in with the dark. Often used by those with ill intent. Meticulously crafted and provides fair defense. See, some of these I'm remembering from Dark Souls 1, like the item description. Bleeding Serum. A jar of carnivorous plant secretions. Applies bleeding effect to right hand weapon. Bleeding foes max HP is lowered. Ladder Miniature. A small ornamental ladder. A quaint little thing, but only for show. This ornament does not seem to have any particular function and should not be worth much, but is sold at an exorbitant price. Well, can you blame the guy? It looks like a fun... I'm buying it. You know what? I'm buying it. Whatever. Mira Shield. Shield issued to the proud knights of Mira's official order. In Mira, a land perennially beset by unrest, this shield was a symbol of the great knights' strength and willingness to give their lives for their country. Well, you know what? Good for them. I have a feeling this is a trap. Yep. Oh, God. It's more than a trap. This is really bad. I'm redoing the level. Maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, we're fine. And he's poisoned because he's a big old dipshit. Nice. Dark gauntlets and work hook. Dark gauntlets. Gauntlets of a knight subsumed by dark. No one knows the true identity of these men who are said to freely manipulate dark. Old foreign legends describe them as poor souls who chase the lost art of life drain. Oh, Captain Hook. Work hook. A hook that covers the hand. Clearly not intended as a weapon, but certainly sharp enough to shred an enemy's skin. Alright, in we go. Make it in time, please. Alright, we're good. See, if you don't burn the windmill, this whole place is filled with poison. Look how good this longsword never stops being good. Lady, why are you holding your head? This is the queen that the Covetous demon was simping for. And she's gone. Nobody tell that Covetous demon. I'm on to the next area. One of the areas that I would say when you're first playing this game and you get to this area, you're like, oh shit, this ain't a game no more. Because this area sucks if you're new. But if you're not new, yeah, this area still sucks. This area just sucks in general. Which is fine. It's not impossible. I remember when I first played this game, I was like, this area is impossible. But no, it's not. It's called being patient and still dying half the time. But, I mean, you gotta be patient. Iron Keep. We made it. This is the final area of the video. Mytha, the Baneful Queen Soul. Soul of Mytha, the Baneful Queen, who lives in the Earthen Peak. The queen sought the king's affection, even poisoning herself to attain beauty, despite the monstrous consequences. All for the compelling madness known as love. So I ended up getting the white ring from these birds. White ring, a precious ring which grants the protection of Quella, the god of dreams. Makes its wearer appear as a phantom, misleading invaders. He who sets the trap must be wary, for traps are known to spring upon their owners. Try not the poison weapon, by the way. That's 3 slashes, no poison. 4 slashes, no poison. Alright, they got poisoned at the last one. And just 1 tick of damage killed him. Alright, invade me. Go ahead. I think you have to walk towards the door. There we go. Look at that sword, I love that. That's in the DLC, right? I've used that. Wow, that really stunned me. Alright, poison? No poison. Okay, we got poison. Haha, fun! Too bad I'm just decimating her with this sword. You know what? That poison's coming in pretty clutch. This person has a lot of health. Come get me! You're gonna have to get me or you're gonna die. Alright, I like the poison. The poison's fun. We're having a good time. Jester's Cap. A boldly colored Jester's Cap. A nice bit of fun to try on. Jesters are more than festival fixtures. Some have a second face hidden from public view. Yeah, the face of a douchebag. Jester Thomas, I'm looking at you. I will find you in the DLC. And the rest say the same thing. Spiked Bandit Helm. Helm of bandits of the Ferosan outskirts. The territory of Ferosa became lawless after the kingdom fell to war. Citizens became bandits and scattered to other lands. Now we have the Curse Bite Ring. This says the same thing as the Poison Bite Ring, other than it's, you know, you resist curse. Hello Carving. Faces carved from the wood of aged trees. They speak when thrown upon the ground. The fine craftsmanship of these faces is evident even after much aging. But no one knows even the name of the artist. This face says hello. Doesn't it look friendly? And the rest say the same thing, other than, you know, it changes the words thank you, so I'm sorry, very good. Dark Storm, an esoteric spell created by Navlin, the infamous exiled sorcerer. Creates a local vortex of dark flame. The heretic Navlin was executed along with his entire village, and the mere utterance of his name became a crime. Some say it was because he sought to restore the banned art of resurrection. I love this, by the way. It's always fun to do that. I'm gonna drop on him. Oh, I dropped too soon. Alone Knight Leggings. Leggings worn by alone knights. The bonds of the alone knights who served the old Iron King were mightier than the land's iron, but in the end, the knights were subsumed by the flames that brought the castle down. Alright, I will be summoning Lucatiel because I believe I will lock in her quest if we win this fight together. Pyromancy's going to be kind of ass against this fight. Well, let's just pray we beat this first try. I don't know if he could be poisoned, but I am going to just smack at him for a while. If it doesn't work, I'll switch to fire. Wow, it does no damage. Wow. Okay. No poison. I don't know if this poisons. I think it'd be weird if it did. Yeah, we're going to switch to this. Fire should do nothing, but we're going to try it. I mean, it's not bad. Wait. How's it doing so much? Whatever. It's really not that great, but we'll just do this because it's safer for now. I do need to make sure she survives, so I gotta get in there. We throw this last fireball. Is she gonna explode, or is he gonna explode? Yes, he is. Oh yeah, we do pretty alright damage for a fire weapon. Pretty rude of him. I can't see. Should be fine. That's an explosion. She blocked it. Pretty cool. Yeah, it makes sense he can't be poisoned. That would be weird if he could get poisoned. That's an explosion. She blocked it again. I remember this fight used to give me so much trouble. Now look at it. It's not bad at all. All right. Well, look at us. We're doing some work. Smelter Sword, an ultra great sword forged from the soul of the Smelter demon. Its blade bears the strength of terrible flames, a latent power unleashed by a strong attack. The earth spouted fire, and a beast arose from the flames. The short-sighted king was incinerated by the creature in one swing, and his castle devoured in a sea of flames. Smelter Demon Soul. Soul of the Smelter Demon that haunts the castle that sunk into a pool of iron. The old Iron King's life was taken by a mass of iron that had been given a soul. Was this metal Goliath there from the beginning, or was it a product of the king's conceit? Porcine Shield. A strangely porcine shield. The pig head looks eerily authentic, but is an imitation. Though the shield's defensive capacity is ordinary, it may spook an unsuspecting foe. Hooah! Welcome back. Hey ladies, look at me, I'm fine. Remember you said I would go hollow over and over? Remember you guys said I would fail? Here I am. How are you guys doing? Still old and ugly? Yeah, that's what I thought. Handmaid's Ladle, an ordinary kitchen ladle. He who chooses this as a weapon either faces extenuating circumstances or has an odd sense of humor. If you care for your life, leave this one in the kitchen. Best part about that, this is our 300th item. Immolation. Hello there. Way to tick. Immolation, a pyromancy that creates a coating of flame, allowing the caster to incinerate nearby foes. Needless to say, this is a perilous spell that burns the caster while active. If a person is truly desirous of something, perhaps being set on fire does not seem so bad. Triclops Snake Troches. Troches that exude the scent of rust. Temporarily boosts Petrify Resist. Verbal histories often mention Saint Elizabeth. Her uniquely concocted medicines and potions are still widely used today. Now we're gonna get invaded here. Which is fine with me. Go ahead and invade me. See what happens. Oh, I didn't even have to open that. I do think this guy's armor is badass. Oh my troll. He broke all my armor and stuff. Alright, well I poisoned you. I'm not impressed with your trollness, Oliver. Your bullshit, I should probably call it. Max out devotion to Covenant. Oh, I guess I did that. Didn't even know I did that. Take a look at my equipment. It's all broken, all of it. Jesus Christ, let's just get through the level. So we have destructive great arrows. Great arrows with intricately crafted tips, designed to destroy equipment with impact. Yeah, I know. Bravery does not necessarily entail going head on with a foe, especially if they have better armor than you. Use these arrows and grind them down from afar. Black Knight Great Axe. Great Axe wielded by knights who served a Lord of Light in a long forgotten age. Even after their flesh was charred by flame, they remained as strong as ever, and stood watch, challenging visitors to their land. Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. A gold ring depicting the snake, both the servant and manifestation of the god of desire, Zinder. Greed is traditionally viewed as a vice, but only a coward sees every chance as something to fear. Let me go turn off all these stupid fires. Iron Key. Key to the iron door of the Iron Keep. The old Iron King's castle sunk into a lake of fire, weighed down by the castle's iron, and the burden of the king's conceit. Over the ages, the iron was stripped from the castle by opportunistic passers-by. The iron door, too, must be somewhere far away. Big ol' Iron Keep. The big old bull statue. Really gripping that, I don't know, roof piece? What would you call that? Doesn't matter. He's really gripping it, isn't he? Let's do it. Now, this is a first tryer, or we die to the fire, which was not supposed to rhyme. And I meant lava anyway, so it's really weird that I rhymed that. There's that stupid red filter again. I'm gonna try and poison him, but if he can't be poisoned, I'm hacking away with a fire weapon on a boss that probably resists fire. Here we go. Bring him over. This boss is kind of lame because of the gotcha moment over there. It's like, it's more of just a trick boss. It's not really a hard boss. You definitely don't want to lock on, I don't think. Let's try and poison him. I'll swing for a while, but if nothing comes of it, then that's okay. He almost knocked me off right there. I need to heal. He is poisoned. He's poisoned right now. Nice. Excellent. Ouch. Not excellent when that happens, though. Oh, yeah, we do some pretty alright damage there. I'm about to get smacked. Good thing I healed. I basically have the same health I had before I drank that. I'm stupid. Here I go again. Oh my, somehow missed me. This boss is so easy. Alright, we need more poison, even though it's very negligible amounts of poison. If we don't use the poison, you know, we're missing out on some fun. I'm scared of being that close. I'm scared. He hasn't done the laser beam at all. Please be poisoned for me. Just be poisoned for me, please. There we go. He's poisoned again. It's really pointless. I could have killed him by now, probably. Let me have my fun, damn it. Oh. God, please just stop. Oh my troll. Alright, fine. I'll go to my little nook I was trying to avoid going to. That actually hit me. I didn't know he could aim that far over. That's my bad. I shouldn't be over here. I'm getting nervous. I don't want to die. Alright, we're pretty chill. He can't hit me from there. Oh, please stay still. Oh my gosh, dude. This guy's being such a troll. Just do the arm. Do the arm, please. Oh my gosh. Just put your arm down. Let me finish this, please. Alright, that'll do. Yep, that's it. That's the fight. Goodbye, my friend. There we go. That's the second one. Yes, you always make a massive noise when I kill one of you guys. Nice. Old Iron King's soul. Soul of the old Iron King, who succumbed to the flames that swallowed his castle. The Iron King's flesh was charred and his soul possessed by the things that lurk below. Okay, there's no weapon here for the old Iron King, but I did miss Mytha's bent blade. So, Mytha's bent blade, dagger forged from the soul of Mytha, the baneful queen, coated with a potent poison. Mytha was the fairest queen in the land until something unhinged her. Was it the poison found deep within the earth, or the passion that consumed her heart? Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video. We beat the old Iron King. In the next video, we're probably going to go down to the dirty little well in Majula. We're going to do some exploring there. Nice, disgusting, poisony area. With another easy boss at the very end. So yeah, look forward to that. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.